Hello, Sagittarius. This is Grand Madam. I have your general reading for the end of the month for January. For your pre-shuffle, I have selected 2 cards from the Sacred Rebel deck, 2 from the Energy Oracle deck, 2 from the Romance Angels, and 1 very special card for your daily guidance. That's for you only. So let's get started. Sagittarius, you are really feeling doubtful. Some of you Sagittarians are feeling doubtful about taking the first step towards a person, towards a project, towards a new job, or even towards trying to find a job. Some of you are really hesitant about even approaching someone for a relationship. But Sag, every journey starts with one single step. You're going to have to make that step. It's either going to go in your favor or it's not. Many of you are afraid of rejection. If you take this step and you reject it, then you know for sure. Then you have the option to go away or come back again with a different strategy. What's really going on here, Sag, is your inner trust is lacking, which goes along with this card for your daily guidance about self-talk. Some kind of way, you have talked yourself out of your success. And that's basically self-doubt and fear. So really, you're going to have to learn to deal with negative self-talk. How could I be so stupid? Why did I do that? Instead of mulling it over in your mind like that, take out some paper. No, I don't mean notepad on your phone. I mean serious pen. Pencil is even better. A sharp number 2 pencil and some paper. Write those questions. Why did I do that? At the top of the page. How could I be so stupid? Maybe down in the middle of the page or on a second page. And just start writing the answer. This is self-examination. Self-examination is much more revealing than just badgering yourself and calling yourself stupid. Because the bottom line, Sagittarius, if you knew better, you'd do better. So, try that exercise in emotional, Emotional development, emotional clarity. An exercise in emotional clarity to see what was motivating you at the time. Then you'd have to really ask, but what is motivating me now to take such actions? Am I motivated to take the same actions? Or am I motivated to take new actions? Okay? So, take the first step in your journey. Try those writing exercises first, though, before you take any physical action. That would be much more productive for you. Here's another card about a journey. This is number 2. And because it's a number 2 card, I don't believe you'll be on the journey alone, Sag. Many of you are right at it's like right there at the threshold for a new beginning. You're about to walk through the gate to something new, something different in life, something bigger, an improvement, an ascension, new challenges. And I'm going to tell you, as you go towards that threshold or walk through that door, Sag, to your new journey with your partner, your buddy, your friend, your child, there are those who are so envious of you that they'll try to take you down. Recognize the envy. Envy comes from people who have a lot of self-doubt and lack a lot of self-confidence. No, you can't help them, Sag, because they resent you. Along with envy, there's always resentment. Sag males, Sag females, somebody can be envious of you and resent the hell out of you and still crawl in bed with you at night for some great sex. what you think is passion all right. But it's the downside of, or the flip side of passion. That I really hate you kind of passion. And some may enjoy that type of aggression. But what happens is when you roll over to go to sleep, they're going through your stuff. They're finding your bank statements. They're doing all kinds of things to you. Some ladies, some of them, are you missing any panties from your drawer? You see what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about. Stay away from envious people. You cannot help them. And if you must love them from a distance of maybe 3,000-4,000 miles. I'm being facetious because some of those envious people are your own family members. Some are your lovers. Definitely co-workers now. And that's just life. Now, from the Romance Angel Oracle, we have that two things. Sagittarians, you have to make some type of decision, more than likely regarding finances and career, and you have to make it very soon. And it has to deal with your love life. Are you going to get married? Are you taking your partner with you when you have to relocate? Are you going to take that job across the pond or on the other side of the coast, on the other coast? That has to be dealt with immediately, Sag, for those of you who have that situation, okay? And now, let's get on with the reading. I'm going to use the Kipper deck. I like this deck. It's quite... The energy of this deck is different than tarot. They seem to have, I don't know if it's because there are pictures on it, as opposed to symbols. A picture speaks volumes. You would say one picture holds 1,000 words. And they just seem to be more in depth to me. So, we're going to pick up some energy here from the Kipper deck. What is going on with Sagittarius into this month, beginning of next month? And let's see what's going on here. I'm going to do the format. Obstacles, action to be taken, and outcome. Obstacles, action, outcome. Those three piles. And I need to let you know now, sometimes the obstacles spread right on into the courses of action and out to the outcome. So we'll see how this, and vice versa. So we'll see how this goes. What's going on with our Sagittarians now? The Sagittarian Collective. The sages, the wise ones of the zodiac. Yeah. Our adventurers, our explorers, our risk takers. This spirit says, intense lover. What would you know about that, spirit? Sagittarius, 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 Sagittarius. Okay. All right, let's take the 3 wild cards off the top. Obstacle number 1. Oh my God. Sag, look at this. What does that say? Journey. So some of you are not just taking a spiritual journey, you're taking an actual trip. Where's the other one? That was it. Ah! Journey. Sagittarius, some of you are definitely about to take a trip. This is 3 different decks. I mean, these cards represent 3 different decks, and they all talk about the journey. The journey can be a spiritual journey. The journey can be a physical journey. But you're not alone, Sag. Just get to stepping. Because now's the time. You're finding this journey an obstacle. Sag, you got to go. You got to go. Oh, that's the journey, Sag. Congratulations, my darling. Yeah, you're right. This is a journey. This is one hell of a journey. But it's a beautiful journey, too. Because when you are, okay, this is a journey, in this journey right here, the marriage journey, you will really find out, you will really discover who you truly are. And it's on a much deeper and different level than you'd ever experience on a dating situation. Dating, you're just screening and auditioning. And some folks are dating is just having fun. Sex here, sex there, sex everywhere. That ain't about shit. That's just having fun. That's just conning each other out of your pleasure. Extracting pleasure from this one and that one, the other one. This right here is going to teach you how to give and take, compromise, grow, learn. This is a lifetime journey. And this is where your wisdom accelerates. Okay? And this is what you see as an obstacle, Sag. Oh, it's in the obstacle section. I'm going to have to move these up here. What else? Oh boy. House. Real estate. Consciousness. Marital property. Message. Message in a... Oh. This is an official message. See the wax seal? That comes from someone in the upper tiers of society. Occupation. Obviously, it's about focusing on a job. Somebody got a memo. And great fortune. Okay. Sagittarius. Your obstacles are stepping out into life on a new journey and through marriage and getting that doggone memo on the job. Ouch. That is messing with your great fortune. Ouch, 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 ouch. Wow, Sag. Let's see what course of action you can take. Oh no, not that you... Imprisonment. Well, now, unless you're a burglar, robber, bank robber, someone like that, assassin, you don't have to worry, a drug dealer or a manager, you don't have to worry about being physically imprisoned. This is a lot of mental imprisonment. Worrying won't settle anything, Sag. It just won't. So, in the course of action, I can read this two ways. I can read this as you wanting to send somebody to jail, or that you need to come out that mental jail that you're in. You've locked yourself away in. Another course of action, somebody's got to take it to the courthouse. That tells me there's a lawsuit pending, probably over this real estate property here, this marital property, not real estate. It is real estate, but it is marital property. Sag, aren't you getting married? Why do you have marital property unless you have been married before that you're fighting over? Yeah, there is concern. I bet there's concern. There's always concern in the courthouse. Whenever you walk into a courthouse, my loves, you have a 50-50 chance of losing, just like you have a 50-50 chance of winning. And let me tell you, that loss is always heavy. Yeah. By this time, Sagittarius, you know you need a lawyer, right? And here's the main female, Sag female. These are you. This is you. And looking at this card, my dear, this lady's none too pleased. Holding that rose in her hand, she's none too pleased. Now, let me just put this down. Sag females, this doesn't have to be you. But since this is a Sagittarius reading, I'm saying it's you. It could be someone you know, someone who's around you. Well, we'll see who this is. Take action. Contact your Sag female. Or this is a friend that you have, Sag males. This is your main female. Community. And she's also a friend. She could be a friend in a situation that you're seeing. Community talks about family and friends. Community talks about also friends who have become family. This is a friend. This card is representing Sagittarius females, and it's also representing the family friend. So talk this over with a family friend, because there has got to be some kind of major change. Yes, my loves, there will be change. Whenever you're dealing with the courthouse, that it's going to be a change, okay? And we're talking about great fortune and marital property here. Ouch. Outcome. This whole situation, Sag, is going to end up distancing some people. Someone's going to literally take that journey and take a trip across the pond, as they say, across the Atlantic, and maybe the Pacific. And others will just be emotionally distant and pull away from you. Sad, you're having thoughts of a female. Is this the... Nope, not the main lady, not the main female. But you're longing and fantasizing for someone. Now that was a weird noise. I don't know what that was, and I am not looking. Mature man is here to help you. Also, dealing with this woman that you are lost in your thoughts is going to make you grow up. Is going to make you mature. This is also a card where you may have the mature male to come and mentor you, like a counselor, father, pastor, someone like that, to help you get things straight. The one you yearn for will be in your arms again, Sag. Card of the Lovers. Here's that card of adjudication again. So something has to be resolved. You know what, Sag? I don't know what. This to me looks like the card of divorce, which explains marriage, which is an obstacle, and the house. This is marital property. So, Sag, you're in adjudication over marital property. But Sag, that was not... Whoa, 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 whoa. I gotta take a sip of my coffee on this. I just saw that. Sagittarius. Sagittarius masculines. How do you end up in divorce court? Fighting over marital property with a lover, not a wife? Baby mama, maybe child, or a childish adult? Marital property, child custody, or silly childlike acting person? How does that happen, Sag? You have to tell me. You've got to write that book, because this Virgo brain can't wrap around there. Only Sag could come up with something like getting divorced before you're married. Shit. Okay, so you've got the obstacles of dealing with the marital property and having issues on the job that's going to cost you a great fortune, meaning you lost it. Course of action, they've said it twice. You're going to have to go to the courthouse. You're going to have to stop worrying about it. And you're going to have to just come to grips with the main female in your life, the one that you consider family. She's going to change up on you because of all of this. Her feelings are going to change. She will be distant. And she's not playing. That's that emotional distance. She might even take a trip. She's got to distance herself from you from right now. She's got to distance herself. Yeah, you have your thoughts and your longing because you are in adjudication with a lover. It could be some of you over a child, but basically it's marital property for some, a child for others, and for some even it's both. and you're not even married. That's why that woman is distancing herself from you. Can you blame her? Okay. Okay. Now let's go. I'm afraid to turn over the wild card, Sag. Let's see what. Well, let's just see. Okay. Sag has taken a new pathway, ready to take a new direction. This is a spiritual pathway. Sag, you're also very concerned about your brand, your reputation, uh, being a public figure, standing tall in the community. And there's the Sag masculine. All that to say what? Okay. Hold on. Where are the Moonology cards? Let's see where we're going. The Daily Guidance card. Okay. Some of you Sagittarians got into a situation you did not know how to handle. You didn't even know you were in the situation until you were too deep in it to get out. You don't blame yourself for that. This card, see the teeth up the top, looks like a monster. Just opened his mouth like rawr. You're chewing yourself out and chewing yourself up. I mean, if you knew what it was about, you would never walked into it. You would have never hooked up with that person, okay? You would never gotten lost. You were literally captured and trapped by a professional. So you cannot beat yourself up about that. That self-talk I was telling you about, those journals, that's where this comes in. Okay? So keep it positive with the self-talk. Right now, Sagittarius, with all this going on, this is messy, sweetie. But life is messy. But I'm going to tell you, when you get out of this, please write that book. Or use some of this stuff for a back character in a play or something. People need to see this. People need to understand how this dynamic comes down, okay? Because people need to see it. People need to see this to heal. And maybe you even need to see it to heal yourself too, because this is amazing. This is absolutely amazing. The depths that people will go to. But Sag, one of the main lessons in this situation for you to understand is all that glitters is not gold. Every pretty face with a soft voice and a soft touch is not really pretty inside at all. It's called glamour in witchcraft. The lure. Yeah. So I'm going to pull 3 cards for you, Sag. Moonology. From the Moonology deck to see what advice the moon has for you. Okay. And this lesson goes for the Sagittarian feminines too. Tall, dark, and handsome is not always the right way to go. Okay. What do you need to release? This is a time for you to release. Yeah. Let that house go. Just let it all go. Give those people what they want to get them out of your life quickly. Quickly. Balance and spirituality. Balance spirituality and practicality. That's what this is about. That's this. Put it over here. That's this. This is your new path. This is your new path. You know. You're going to have to use your spiritual practices and spiritual understanding. Basically, what this is talking about is your daily spiritual exercise or spiritual exercises. And that's what they are. They are actually spiritual exercises. There are meditations with a purpose. It's not just sitting still, rummaging over the same old prayers every day. No, we're not talking about a devotional. We're talking about actual spiritual exercises that you have to learn to cultivate for your own ascension, for your own spiritual development. That's the kind of thing that keeps your butt out of the fire. Because otherwise you'll go willy-nilly just like anybody else and get captured and lured in. You're trapped. You get trapped by the glamour, okay? And yeah, well, supermoon emotions running high. So, Sag, basically release the negative and start using spiritual exercises for your personal development. One such spiritual exercise would be just sitting in a meditation and discovering the difference between information coming from your mind versus information coming from your spirit. Grab some books, start studying on spiritual development. The Higher Consciousness Handbook from way back in the 70s is a great starter book for doing just that. Because these days we are in 4D and 5D with some of 3D still hanging around. And folks, traditional ways of doing things are not going to help anymore. We've got to take it to the spirituality level. Everything. Even the sex. Even the sex. And definitely the money. So, it's time for you to get some studying under your belt, Sagittarius. I mean, with some, like books. And I'm not one for groups, but if you can find some different groups who are working on spiritual development, go for it. If you like it. If you don't like it, leave them alone. They're not for you. But that's basically it. So instead of using the negative self-talk, instead of beating yourself up about what's happened, write it down and explain it to yourself in writing. Pretend you're talking to yourself. Pretend you're writing yourself a letter. What would you tell yourself? What would you tell yourself? What would you tell yourself who's 10 years younger than you about the situation and how to avoid it? What would you tell them? Start there, and then a lot of things will be revealed about yourself. But that's to you. Okay. Thank you, Sagittarius. This is Grand Madam, wishing you much love.